How you guys doing? This is Mr. Survival. I'm here doing part 2 of my first aid walkthrough. As you noticed on my first video, if you haven't seen it, please take a second and watch it. It isn't very long. It covers these materials right here on my right. Right now, what I will be covering are these materials right here on my left. I do cover some important tips, some important information over the first one. Everything from the storm whistle on down to average pills, wipes, the snake bite kit, first aid guide, all sorts of different little information. So if you haven't watched the first one, please take a second and watch it. Alright, getting on to the second video right now. Alright, last thing I ended off with is the wipes. I already explained about this. I'm going over right here. This is a sewing kit. This right here, you can see the size of it compared to my hand. It is very small, lightweight, weighs practically nothing. Right back here, this is a measuring tape, just in case, anything occurs. Right in here, you see, comes with a bunch of different threads, strings, buttons, and some safety pins and needles. This I have because, let's say, if there's a cut that I unfortunately may get, I can use this to stitch myself up, and it works actually pretty good. I mean, just watch some videos online of stitching, and this can actually save you from some serious bacteria infection. What you can also use for it are these bandages right here. After you stitch it, just take these and place it right over the cut. Let's say the space between my two fingers is a cut after it being stitched. You take this, and then right over the stitching, you can have this, and it actually keeps it tight in place and will also keep you from getting any sorts of bacteria and infection in there. Right here, this is just a regular iPad. This is actually pretty good because, things happen. I was actually being careless one day walking through the woods and got poked in the eye by a stick. I was actually bleeding, but luckily I was close enough to home. But in any sorts of situation, if I wasn't able to get close to home, this right here would have helped me from getting any source of infection in my eye, and that would have been horrible actually. This is deep, just regular bug spray. You're always going to want to have bug spray. I went through a day hike about 2 weeks ago and I forgot my bug spray. That's the dumbest thing I could do. If you're going to buy a bug spray, the DEET is what you're looking for. If you look down here in the ingredients right here, I know you can't see this, but whenever you go to buy it in the store, the higher percentage of DEET, the better the bug spray. This is actually a pretty good brand. It's Repel. Okay, this is regular just gauze, non-sterile gauze. Right here, as you see these bandages, if you look right there, it's like a little square bandage. This is what you use for blisters. I will now explain what you can do if you ever get a blister. If you look at this little burn that I have on my hand, let's say this is a blister. Normally what this would look like if it was a blister is a little bubble with liquid inside. What you would want to do is take a needle, like for example the needles that I have in here, sterilize it, or you can burn it with a lighter and that will also sterilize it. What you do is you pop the bubble. Try not to rip the bubble. It is very important not to rip the skin around the bubble. You let out the liquid, and then you take one of these right here. After you're cleaning it with an alcohol pad, you take one of these and you put it right over it, leaving the skin intact. That is very important. You leave the skin intact. You just remove the liquid and leave the skin intact, put that right over it, and it will heal quickly and will actually let you be on your way. This right here is actually something that I find very important to be in a first aid kit or any camping situation. This is just regular earplugs. A lot of people that, you guys may see this and think, okay, well, why is this here? If you're ever crossing a stream, a lake, and any standing water, situations may occur to where you have to get across and there's no other way but swimming. There are known bacteria and amoebas that actually I've heard stories and read stories about amoebas swimming into people's ears, and people have actually died within days of it happening. So it's very important for me because I just, put these in my ears. Like I said, better safe than sorry. Right here I have different assortment of bandages, from larger bandages that can go around limbs or fingers. Like I said, sterile bandages, largest, going down to smallest. This right here is just an adhesive bandage. This works great if, let's say, you have a sprain or something. You can just wrap this around tight and it will keep it from bending in any sort of position that you wouldn't want it to. What's great about this adhesive is it doesn't need any of the clamps. So as you see right here, it's open, just goes right over, and then it's right tight again. And moving on over, this is duct tape. Duct tape is lifesaver. I know that it's the odd thing to have in a first aid kit, but this works wonders for anything. Duct tape, think about it. You got a big cut or gash or something and you may not have any of this rest of this material. Duct tape right over a limb, the cut, nothing gets out, nothing gets in, you're safe. I have a regular cold pack right here. This, I know, should be in my hygiene kit. I will actually move it right over, but I wanted to show you now that it was in here. Chapstick, very important, because whenever you're out in nature, you're getting exposed to the heat, you're getting exposed to the cold. Chapstick does wonders for your lips, and it keeps you from getting any chapped lips and any cutting blisters or anything that may be bad. Rubber bands for any of the adhesive bandages or the gauze, just place it right over. I got this little box cutter, cost about 80 cents. You never know. Tweezers. Things are a pain and they always get in you, man. I've used this countless times and they work great. It's very important to have tweezers because let's say something gets in you and you can't get it out. What are you going to do? I got tape right here. This is regular medical tape. Works fairly well, I must admit. Like I said, everybody's kit is different. One of the most important things that you have to try to remember is your medication. This right here, I don't have any other source of medication, but I do get headaches. I do get bad headaches. And in this bottle right here, I have migraine pills, and also what I've put in here are multivitamins, one-a-day multivitamins. It's great because once you're out in nature or camping or hiking or in any sorts of survival situation, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be exposing your body to the heat, the cold, the water, you know, all sorts of elements. And one a day or any sorts of multivitamin, it helps wonders because of the fact that all that your body is putting out, it will protect you from anything and pretty much keep you from getting any colds or anything like that, keep you strong, keep you going on and giving you that extra push. Alright, well, I want to thank you guys for taking your time and watching my videos. I should have a lot more coming up. If you guys comment, subscribe, have any questions, just go ahead. Like I said, I will have a lot more videos coming up. I do want to thank you guys for your comments and your subscriptions. It does, you know, it does make me feel good knowing that the little bit of knowledge that I know I'm able to pass on and hopefully help you guys. Hopefully nothing bad ever happens to any of you, but, you know, things happen. Life happens, shit happens. You're in any sort of survival situation, it's always better to be prepared. It's always better to know your shit before you go out there. So little stuff here and there, you're learning, it helps you out. Alright, well, I want to thank you guys one last time before I head out. This is Mr. Survival. I'll talk to you guys another time. God bless.